Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Well, some of you may have been wondering, where are you, Rhoda? Oh no, something is wrong. Yeah, something was wrong. What happened was my phone wouldn't let me move the video to record it. Everything else was fine, and I said to my son, something is wrong, and he was busy. And so what had happened is don't ever do this. I hope everyone's okay. My phone was demanding an upgrade, right? And I thought, yeah, and I didn't do it. And it was acting up for a while, and finally it just upgraded itself. But when it did it, I couldn't upload a video. So I didn't post a video for 2 days. Even when I was deathly sick that time, I did manage to post some videos. So I have some peppermint tea on my new teacup. This is nice. Thank you, Paula. So I will show you what I was doing. I was shopping. I was being bad on the no spend year. So I went to the Salvation Army. And this is like a brand new dehydrator. And I have one like this, but it was $6.99. So I thought, I am going to buy this because I have been dehydrating stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm dehydrating meat in my freezer. And then for lunch, like today I ate beef jerky for lunch. This is a dehydrated, I had cut pork loins in 4 pieces. And these are good. You can put them in a little batch of beans, like a can of beans with some onions. They're very delicious. I dehydrated them in the oven at 250, and then I ate some as soon as they came out. But mainly I'm dehydrating the meat in my freezer. Learning how to do it, and then, you know, it's good on my diet. So, what else? Oh, I bought this Stein. I like this. I got this for $4. I go, this is a good deal. I could drink my tea out of this. I used to have a collection of these, but I sold them at the swap meet. They're very easy to sell. When I sell them, if I sell them again, if you sell them for the right price, they're very easy to sell. I sold them to like these men who are really delighted to find them. And then I will show you, I bought plates, believe it or not. I got these Gone with the Wind plates, and they're in pristine condition, but these are numbered. See the number? Where is the number? And these are 1967. Turns out that in the set, I found 4. So these are 54 years old, but these came in a set of 12. So if you can find all 12, they're worth about $500. That was the best movie ever. I sold my Scarlett O'Hara doll, and I think she went to the right place. So I will be keeping my eye out. And then I also bought this numbered. I said to the girl, I think a plate collector died. This is McDonald's. Now these McDonald's are Gone with the Wind. When the hamburgers were 15 cents. I remember Jack in the Box. I think the hamburgers were 19 cents when I was a girl. So now for dinner time. Gotta eat. So the diet continues. So I have romaine lettuce. And this is, like, once you find a good meal, you can make it over and over. So I posted on my Instagram a meal my son made, and it was a turkey burger, some fried eggs, and some avocado and tomato salad. That was a really good dinner. And this is kind of the same thing. This is a lettuce wrap. You know, they used to make lettuce wraps for me at McDonald's, and they don't want to do it anymore. So I have some lettuce. They go, we don't do that anymore. I go, oh, okay. They don't have the romaine lettuce. You could, so I'm going to put tomatoes. So, I get all kinds of free stuff at McDonald's with the app, if you download the app. So I have some pickles. On some of the diets, they say no pickles because they're processed. But, you know, diets, if they have to be something you can kind of live with. If they're just so miserable, I'll put 2 pickles. If they're just so miserable, you can't, like I'm giving up the bread. You can't, so you guys, if your phone is really bad, it's possible it wants an upgrade. I'm thinking, I wonder how many times I bought a new phone when the stupid phone just wanted an upgrade. So, there is my hamburger, yummy. So, it's like the turkey burger, but mine's a hamburger. I have lettuce and tomato. And then my son had a fried egg, but I'm just going to eat 1. But I made 2 because, you know, if you're going to boil eggs. And then I have ketchup and mustard. So this is a pretty decent meal, you guys. It's cheap too, look. High in protein, low in carbs. You don't want a meal, you don't want your food too low in fat when you're going low carb and low sugar. Okay, so I dehydrated the pork. It was a pork loin, and then I made some peanut butter cookies to go with my tea. And so, as not to be a glutton, just 2. I love this little plate. Isn't this cute? Look. Okay, so that's dinner. Dinner is easy. Here's the cookies. I want to show you something. Okay, I bought these for $1 when they were on sale. And this actually makes like 63 cookies. So what I did is I just mixed it up in my bowl, and then I put it in the refrigerator, and then it will make 4 batches. So I can just, you know, get a little batch of cookie mix out when I want to drink some tea and eat some cookies, when I want to enjoy life. So I mentioned to you guys, I don't want to get any tea, that it's very easy to sell steins if you sell them reasonable. So I bought this for $4. So, you know, now there's, today I was going to buy a shirt, and I said, no, I'm not going to, because the thrift stores have raised the prices and you can't make any money. But $4 is a good price, so maybe $8, $7. And if you have a lot. And then here's 2 of my rocks. These sell good at the swap meet because these look really nice out in the backyard. The coyotes must be out on the other side. There's like a mountain in front of me, like there's like 3 mountains in back of me, so they roam around. The other night, they were out here by the front door, and then there's a lot of bunnies hopping around, so what I did is I trimmed up the front of my yard because I don't want any bunnies in my plants attracting the coyotes. Anyway, on Instagram, I posted the coyotes so you can see they're literally behind the house. So today, I went to grocery outlet, and I went to get pizza because so I bought 2 of these. These were $2 each. So I saw on YouTube that in some places there was no pizza, so I bought 2 pizzas, $2 each. Then I bought 2 of these packages of sausage because I'm always Always shopping for hot dogs, good hot dogs and sausage, because these can really save you. You know, you can make some potatoes, some French fries, you know, and these are nice to have. Chili, baked beans, ranch beans. So I bought 2 of these. And then I bought 2 packages of 1-pound Chubs. This is Grocery Outlet, because those I bought the other day were $1.98, and today they were $1.48. So I bought 2 of those. So 2 pizzas, 2 Bratsworth, and 2 ground beef. And I cut the ground beef in 1/4-pound pieces. And then as soon as I got home, right away, I cut them, see, and I put them in the freezer because they were all ready, you know, it's time to eat. Okay, so that was 22 portions. So the pizza was $2 each, the Bratwurst was $1.48, and the beef, pounds of beef, $1.48. So it was $10 for 22 portions of meat. So that was a good deal. Let's see, anything else on that? No. So, okay, so we talked enough about if you get one meal. Like, remember my meal? This is this goes back to a long, long time ago when I used to eat out, and it was a cheap steak. It tasted so good to me, too, because people didn't eat steak anytime they wanted. I mean, it was every once in a while, or pizza. You know, I just want to eat pizza every Friday night and go to the movies, and I wanted a horse. That's all I wanted. But I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. You don't need to be eating ice cream every night, pizza every day, steak. It was steak, ranch beans, and quarts. So this is kind of that meal over and over in all kinds of ways. So, okay, so now you know I love to report the news. I should have been a newscaster. I enjoy this. Okay. I'm drinking peppermint tea because the insomnia has been kind of good. So I thought maybe if you're good, you can get some sleep. Okay, so there's been a surge in the Omicron. Okay, what needs to be remembered is really viral pneumonia. So one time I was in ICU and my neighbor was deathly ill with pneumonia, and I had toxic shock, and I caught her pneumonia on top of my toxic shock. So I never want to catch pneumonia again. So these, as far as we know, it's viral pneumonia. So in the US, I think it was yesterday or the day before, 1 million people have tested positive for this pneumonia, but they say that since we have the home testing, it's probably a lot more. You know, they just didn't have to go to the hospital. So now so it's spiking, but they say it won't reach the true spike until February 3rd. And I was thinking this month, you know, when people get their food stamps here where I live, everyone floods the Walmart. So, you know, I was careful. I thought, and today it was Friday, it was the McDonald's. So you don't want to be in clusters and crowds. So I left. I didn't do much shopping recently at the Walmart because the crowds were too much. So, it's supposed to spike. You know, everyone gives it to the family gives it to the friends give it to the neighbor. There's another thing that I thought about, you know, common vents, if you have common vents. Okay, in this place, I don't really have common vents like apartment complexes, but in the old place, I covered the vents. I said, oh, hell no. So, like cruise ships, that's why it spreads all over. There's common vents, or it can be foodborne. So now we have a mutation, IHU in France. So that is suspiciously close to this bird flu. Like I said, who knows what it is? And when I first started taking science, they used to say disease is host specific. And at the time I thought, I doubt that. I mean, is bacteria and germs. Okay, I have known a person who got very deathly ill from pigeon feces. He owned a car lot and he was always having to clean up the pigeon feces. So, and there's salmonella in the eggs and stuff. So the thing about that is just make sure you thoroughly cook your meat and your eggs for a while. Okay, so now to China. China again. Okay, I want to cite my source. My source is Wion News, W-I-O-N, and I just realized this. It means world is one. So the worldwide news, right? I'll know about that. Your wealthy countries don't want your poor countries taking possession of their country. And if terrible diseases happen, your poor countries don't want your rich countries running in. But, if you do away with the borders, I think it's a real bad idea. Okay, so now they're locking down, and there's been some cases of starvation reported during these lockdowns. So, okay, we're all going through this ourselves and we don't have food in the house? Why not just buy some cheap food while you can get it? And I posted videos how to grow your food out of your plants. So I'm going to be doing that. You just wait for your potatoes to go green and stick them in dirt, if they have a few sprouts. And, learn how to do this stuff now, and you can do it inside if you need to. So I posted those on my Twitter. Just go to Rotastone Twitter. Now, I could do that. I could go to Instagram. I could watch other people's videos. I just couldn't post mine because I didn't upgrade my phone. Okay, so now, the people are resorting to barter to get food from people in line getting the food. But the thing about the food lines is there are long lines in the cold. So here you are with people with the Omicron. This makes no sense. The people in long lines in cold weather, and they're wearing like little hoodies. It's cold there, and that's crowds. That's a good way to catch this. So they're bartering. They're trading their electronics for a cabbage, sanitary napkins, warm buns, and cigarettes. So they're bartering. So now I'm thinking, okay, if something happens, and I've been thinking about this. I've been telling you guys I'm trying to set up like a traveling salesman swap meet business. So things get rough. I would want to barter with alcohol. You can make your own if you know how to make yeast. That's very important. If you have an addiction to alcohol, you make like bread yeast, and the water is a form of alcohol. But I can't do that because, I might drink some marijuana. I think the best thing, that might not be legal in your state, but I'm sure it's something you could barter with, especially seeds. Coats, that's my idea. So it's freezing cold. It's the grand solar minimum if you give me all the food you just got. And you go down the line and you're going to find somebody who's just there getting extra food. If you give me, look at this. It's a grand solar minimum. I want your food. You can have my coat. So coats, household items. Okay, so I posted how to grow out of your food scraps. Now in California, they're demanding we have to separate our food scraps now from in some places, not here as far as I know, but they want our garbage that's food separated from the garbage. But if you save your ends and your tops, I posted videos on how to grow sweet potatoes, broccoli, onions, cabbage, so you don't have to, trade your electronics for I mean, if you starve, what good is it going to do? So, you know, start preparing now things that you could barter. Or say if I need money long before that, I'm going to sell my Stein. I don't want to. I think I'll collect them again. But if I was starving, I would consider. Now, if I take my coats to the swap meet and I throw them in a big pile, I took clothes to the swap meet the last time on 2 occasions, and in 2 times I sold $300, and I sold the stuff for $1 each. If times were desperate, I'd sell my coats for $5 each. I'd sell 6 coats and I'll go buy some food. So that needs to be thought of. Oh, one more thing. Australia. Okay, this is a good one. Positive nurses, COVID positive nurses called to work. Like nurses with no mask, doctors, I wouldn't do it. Okay, of course then I'd be fired and then I wouldn't have any food. So, you know, you can't say what you wouldn't do. So there's 2 channels with regrowing food from your food scraps. And in one of those, he just threw all of his food scraps in the ground. And, you know, it does work for fortifying the dirt. That's why they want our food scraps for fertilizer, which seems so unsanitary and gross, but that's what they want us to do in California. So, okay. Just a couple things that I stocked. I finally got a buddy heater because I don't want the baby to freeze. But with that, you need propane. And so then you need water. If something happens. So that's the one I'm working on next. I'm going to get the big trash cans and, you know, just fill them with water. A camp stove or a barbecue, and then you need propane. Now you can, if your freezers go out, you can dehydrate your meat in your camp stoves. It'll take a while, but that's okay. But you'll be using your propane up. And then some solar lights. So that is why I didn't have a video. So I will see you guys tomorrow, God willing, if nothing happens. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all.